everyone, we are from the fourth group, and the members are Cahya, Swaztine, Darmawan, and the second Nia Ria Putri, me, and Putu, Dipa, Anggara. Alright, so in this session, we would like to present about Fly by John Steinback, but in here, we would like to relate the story with some elements of the story, and the first is theme, and the second scenes, and the third background. Right? So for the first, I would like to explain about theme. So what is the definition of theme? Alright, theme is the main idea of the story, right? Based on Helen 20 and 10 say that themes are ideas that are central or dominating in a literary work, or it means universal idea of the story. Moreover, theme reflects human visions or condition of human experience. In addition, it is about the reader's understanding or perception about the story, like what it is about, like that. Also, through the theme, we can find out the value or the message of the story. So the point of the theme is truth or comments about life that the writer wants to convey to the reader, like that. Okay, so in here, theme related to the flight by John Steinbeck. All right, so our analysis, the story have the theme. It is about maturity and then struggle and resilience. For the first, it tells about Pepe, right? Pep, a young man of 19 years old, and he wants to be recognized as a real man, but his mother or some reason rejects it or believes him to be a real man, like that. Besides that, Pepe doesn't understand what it's meant to be a real man, right? Then he was given the responsibility of going to the city to buy medicine and salt. While in the city, he argued with someone that insulted him, and Pepe couldn't allow himself to be insulted, right? Then Pepe killed that someone. And in addition, at the end, he also accepts or takes responsibility for the consequence of his action, because he killed someone, right? So in here, in this part, the writer described the character a more how to be more maturity, how to be mature, right? So in this part, the writer describe or illustrate about the process, how the character to be more mature, right? Before he got the mission to buy medicine and salt, and after he go to the city, and then he meet someone that insulted him, they there is changes, right? Before they doesn't understand what it is about a real man, and after that they feel how to be a real man, right? So it is about the maturity here. All right. So and the next, it is about struggle and resilience. So in this part, the writer described about the struggle and resilience of the character, right? Okay, so in here, the writer described the character or Pepe. He lost his hat and his horse and the water supply also. And then he was injured by shard of granite and fire of a bullet in his right hand, right? He is this, and also he is described as being very thirsty and losing the ability to speak up in here. However, at the end of the story, he can stand up and he can stand up and he can face his problem, right? So in here, the writer described how the struggle and how the resilience the character to face his problem, right? So at the point, the theme of the story, it is about the maturity, struggle, and resilience of the character to face his problem. All right, so will be next by my friend.
Continue about the presentation. The presentation here is talking about the scene. The scene is a scene that occurs in the same location at the same time. It's like a same location but in different time. Scene is occurs about the location that is done by part, and it can be said the same place, but the way it's taken is different. And we can take an example when a background story is taken in the hospital, where it's taken in the hospital lobby, operating system, or anywhere, but it's like it looks like in the same place. But I got the point that people maybe discuss what happened and where it happened. For example, in those of the story, there are three girls. They are so afraid about the corpse they found when someone sprint in the lake. Uh, in this sentence means like lake is the a place that is discussed, or the lake is the scene that will be discussed by the people where is the story taking place, like that. Well, I continue about Flight. In the story of Flight by John Steinback, there are three parts that I would to explain. That is from introduction, conflict, and main effect. In introduction, where is the character and the role from the story will begin. The character in the story, they are Pep Torres, Miss Torres or Mama Emilio, Rosie, Miss Rodriguez, and then this can start with the Monterey Country, California. It is the same like introduction about this one on the Wild Coast, and more specifically on the farm belonging to the Torres family. In this farm, described about a view of sloping trees above a ship that is dropped to the brown reefs to the hissing and white waters of the ocean. There are mountains in the background, and the small farm buildings are small and spread. Also, about in here, there are wind might blow them into the sea. And here also, I would like to explain the conflict of the story that was people who can be antagonists, from protagonist to antagonist, because why they to be antagonist, because he was killed a man. He did just that because he wanted to save his family. Pep ran to the mountain and he was her brother, but because he loved his family and but he wanted to save family, he kills someone in the mountain. And also the main effect from this conflict, the Pep Torres was died, and this is like the main effect from the story. Okay, that is all my presentation. The next presentation will be continued by my friend.
Okay, I would like to present about background. Background is behind something, whether it's physical, like a place scenery, or can be intangible, like a person life story or the past facts of a current situation. In other words, the background is the story detail that the writer show to the reader from time to time when the time is right to help layer the story. This includes things such as the setting, snippet of the character's backstory, historical information on the character of the place, or something else like a clue. They can be hard to spot or they are subtle. Um, they can also be obvious, but every every component that appears in the background help makes the whole picture. Every detail, large or small, help to layer the story to help to help make it real to the reader. Okay, next in the story of Flight by John Steinbeck, we divide into three parts. Okay, the first part is Torres family farm. On the West Coast below Monterey's country, behind the farm, the stone mountains stood up against the sky. The farm buildings huddle like the clinging effect on the mon- mountain skirt. Crowds allow the ground as tough the wind might blow them into the sea. This part emphasis is upon the simple, poor, but deeply loving family in which Pepe was rare. Then emphasis Pepe's immaturity and simplicity. In here, where Pepe spend his time playing with with the knife he inherited from his father. And the second part focus on Pepe's manhood. When Pepe's returned from Monterrey, his his face has changed. He has lost fragile quality, and there was no laughter in his face and his eyes anymore. Pepe must accept his role in the world, and he must live his century of simple values. And next, the third part is the journey to the mountain. This part presents that Pepe struggle between life and death. Steinbeck introducing this concept into the story because he want to create a story that is far more than that of a mere pursuer and pursue story. He used to story to comprise a concept of man constant struggle against opposing force. I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you.
All right, that's all from our presentation. Thank you so much.